Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, everyone. Y'all know the drill. Come on, say with me, wake up and win, wake up and win, wake up and win. Good morning. Listen, I'm so glad we got our little studio back up. It was down for a minute because we had to do some work in the house. So I'm back to being in my studio and I'm really excited about that. Listen, welcome to Wake Up and Win Live with your girl, Dr. Najuma. I am a personal mastery coach, minister, but I'm also a mother, grieving mother, coming through, a life journey of getting through grief. And I use this platform, Wake Up and Win Live, to share with you a daily win word that'll help you to get up, get out there, and win again. I do believe it. It is my motto that you can go through a great loss, restore, recover, renew, rebuild, and even refresh and get back out there and win. And so, um, prayerfully, our daily win word will help you do some of that as we create this community of individuals who have gone through major challenges, losses, issues, whatever it might be, right? I have my thing, but you have your own. And to know that you can go through whatever this thing may be or was, you can rebuild, you can recover, you can restore, you can rejuvenate, refresh, revive, all of those things, and get back out there and win again. So, thank you for being on with your girl, Dr. Najuma, for Wake Up and Win Live. Please do us a few favors: like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Let somebody know all about us. We are trying to, of course, expand our reach and reach more people with a daily win word. So let's get into today's win word. Let's get into today's win word, which is actually part three of overcoming stagnation. Part three, overcoming stagnation. So if you missed part one and part two, go back to the last two episodes and hear part two, one and two of overcoming stagnation. Because I know from experience, but what I've learned, what I continue to experience with others and see is that a great loss, a challenge, a traumatic experience um, can can lead us to a place of stagnation where maybe you were very productive, maybe you were one who had a strong hustle and grind, maybe you were just more consistent and had a healthy routine, daily routine, and some of that was lost because of the loss that you went through or because of the challenge you went through or the traumatic experience. And the reality is, number one, that is normal. So if you are beating yourself up about, oh, I can't get moving again, or I'm having a hard time being consistent, do not do that to yourself. It is normal. It is part of even the process, if you will, to really becoming, renewing, refreshing, reviving, all the re's. It's actually a part of that process, but we don't want to stay stuck there, right? We don't want to stay stuck in stagnation. We don't want that to be our daily baseline. You can go through that, and you actually may go through that in waves, because for as a grieving mother, grief comes to me in waves, and depending on the wave, depending on when the wave comes and really what's happening in the wave, I may even experience a day or two of stagnation, or what is this lock doing? A day or two of stagnation, or just like wanting to be stagnant, but having to walk myself even through some of the things I'm sharing with you all here. So day one, we talked about setting your intentions, writing things down, being clear about what you want to do. Day two, we talked about, or part two, we talked about getting accountability partners, people that have space in your life to help you get moving again. Um, I'm sorry, day one, we also talked about incremental steps, right? Like moving in incremental steps. I'm sorry. Day two, accountability partners. So it's setting the intention and taking incremental steps. That was day one. Day two was accountability friends, accountability partners. And day three, what I want to share with you about overcoming stagnation. And again, You can use all three of these ideas. You can use one of them. You can use one in one season or 1 week, one the next, and just see what works for you. And there may be, I know there are a number of ways to overcome stagnation. I'm just offering to you my top three, which was being okay with incremental steps, baby steps, doing, not trying to eat the whole elephant, but eating the elephant one bite at a time, and really even focusing just on the one bite, not feeling like I'm not biting fast enough, right? Incremental steps. Day two, accountability people that can be in your life to hold you accountable to not get stagnant, stuck and still. And then day three of overcoming stagnation that I want to share with you today. So if you're taking notes, prepare to write this down. Um, but day three of this is really working on, and I want to be clear how I say this. Um, it's about making. Oh, I'm losing my train. I want to say this. I want to get the picture. I have a word picture in my head, and I want to get the word picture just accurate. I want to get the word picture just right. So hold on. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I want to get the word picture right. Um, so I have younger children, and sometimes they need inspiration and motivation to do homework and chores, right? And so they like me, they like TikTok music and TikTok videos. So when they are not moving as quickly as I would like them to move or not doing what I need them to do, a lot of times I'll disrupt the moment with a TikTok song or music, or, something that will like get them fired up, right? Um, and so, and that, so spending a moment with them with a TikTok video or doing a TikTok dance gets them like, oh, okay, yeah, and then they scurry off into their room and they get done what we're supposed to get done. What am I saying? What am I saying? Tap into the thing. Tap into the thing that motivates you. Tap into the thing that motivates you. So when my kids are not motivated to move just based on instruction, I disrupt the moment with a little music or dancing, and it gets them fired up. And when they get fired up, they go on and do what I ask them to do. And that's just a simple example, but tap into what will have you motivated to get up and do the thing, right? Like what, and maybe it is music, what motivates you to get up and get moving? What motivates your mind? What motivates your fingers to type? What motivates you to even do a chore? What motivates you? What gets your juices flowing? For my kids, I've discovered it's dancing and having a little silly moment, and then they get excited and get a little silly, and it's like, okay, now let's go clean the room up, and they're like, yeah, let's go clean the room up. Uh, I don't know why that works, but it just does. And you have to find your motivation, baby. Find your motivation. I don't, and when you're grieving, when you're going through certain things, it's hard to be motivated by anything. But we all have a motivation. And even, let me say this, even if your motivation is financial, you know, whatever motivates you, I want to encourage you to find your motivation. Find what motivates you and lean into it. Find what motivates you and use that to help you get up and like, yeah. And sometimes it's music for me. So sometimes in the morning when I'm not moving like I need to move, I'll put on music. I actually prefer silence in the morning, which is why you don't hear much going on except for the street in front of my house. But I actually prefer silence in the morning. Some people like to get up to a lot of noise. I don't. However, when I'm need to get motivated, I will put on a little music or something, right? I know some people like to wake up to the news and different things. I like silence. And what actually motivates me is waking up to silence where I can meditate and I can think and I can write. Having all that space to do that motivates me. And it motivates me so I get out of the place of stagnation. Um, some of my other motivations are like really good fruit. I don't know why that is. Not all fruits, not fruit every time, but like having a nice bowl of fruit gives me motivation. And so when I need motivation, I go to my kitchen, I just get some pieces of fruit and it gives me, I don't know, I just really enjoy fruit and I really enjoy cold fruit and sweet, juicy cold fruit. Something about a sweet, juicy cold piece of watermelon, oh my gosh, or mango, or some crunchy grapes. Yeah, you see I'm motivated? I'm getting excited right now just talking about it. So, what motivates you? Sometimes I'm motivated by, you know, words of other people who've encouraged me. And so I tend to write things down that people send me or say to me. I write them in my journal, write them in my, have a prophetic books log, prophetic words log, and journal. And when people give me prophetic words, so every now and then I'll go back to those and read it, and that motivates me. So tap into the things that motivate you, that inspire you, that get you moving, right? That get you mobile. And that's why I use the word motivate, because motivation speaks to mobility, get moving. Inspiration can speak to that, but inspiration is about spirit coming alive. So when I want my spirit to come alive, I typically lean into gospel music or a word like a gospel word, a sermon or something. But when I want to get moving, I want to get motivated. What's gonna get me mobile? So when you think about motivation, what's gonna get you moving? What's gonna get you mobile? Because you can be inspired and not do anything and not necessarily move. So that's what I talk about. That's why they say take inspired action. When you're inspired, then take action that goes on with the inspiration. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. The point is, find what motivates you. Ask yourself what will help you get moving in this moment. Listen, let me say this. There is no faster house cleaning that happens in my house than when somebody says, I'm coming over. Baby, I get motivated to straighten up. And now I keep my house very clean. But sometimes, with kids, some things get left on the couch and sometimes dishes are sitting in the sink for a minute, for a few longer than a few hours. I don't necessarily wash them right away because we're doing other things in the house. And so it's a lived place, right? It ain't spotless. I got kids. It ain't spotless. But if someone says, oh, I'm going to come by, or I need to drop this off, or hey, I want to visit, baby, there's no greater cleanup motivation than somebody say they coming over. And the point being is find what motivates you. And I'm not saying don't clean up your house until someone's coming over, but I'm just speaking to the point of motivation. What gets you moving? Motivation, motor, right? What gets you in a mobile way that helps you get out of stagnation? What motivates you? And figure that out. You know what also motivates me is going by the beach. And I think I've shared that on this platform before about beaches. Beaches motivate me. Getting to the beach motivates me. So a lot of times I'll go to the beach. Okay, so overcoming stagnation part 3. Find what motivates you. And today is Freedom Friday. So I really want to encourage you to lean into that thing and get moving a little bit today. Free yourself from a moment of stagnation, right? And get moving. Get moving. Tap into what motivates you and get moving. Break out of the stagnation. That's why I'm doing this. Break out of the stagnation. Tap into what motivates you. So on this Freedom Friday, you can break out of stagnation. All right? Listen, thank you for being tuned in to Wake Up and Win Live with your girl, Dr. Najuma. Want to remind you of a couple things. Number one, if you're looking for coaching, tap the link below. I am a personal mastery coach, and I use our personal mastery tools and skill set building to help in this process of waking up and winning. Um, and then also I'm a minister, so church information, visit our link tree, all that's there, and have some events coming up with that information. So tap in with us and have a great day. Happy Freedom Friday. Remember, give free, live free, stay free, and let's get up, let's get out there, and let's go win. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Oh, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Peace.